that say team leadership, typically I wouldn't have these handies out ahead of time. Keep it this side down. I don't want you looking at that part yet. And don't fill it out. Just gonna be time. So that's it. Where's I'm just for the time. So you can look at that scoring rubric, but let's not fill it out yet.
Yeah, just hold it in.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Thanks for explaining that. I appreciate it. That's the other day, we were walking on that alternative.
I'll tell you what, for time, do this. You pass them out if you have it. With a pencil, go ahead and fill out those 24 things. And then total up, number 1 through 12. You'll see where it says leader by example total, and at the bottom it says vocal leader. That's 1 through 24. So take all the top 12 and the bottom 12. Don't turn the sheets over, just decide right here if you get it. I'm putting you on a clock here starting right about now. I have 6 classes of 115 students. We did this on Wednesday. It took 4 minutes with 115. I think we're about 80 every day, so we can beat that. So just give it your best. Don't overthink it. Don't try to get situational, analyze it too much. Give your best guess there, or assessment, I should say. You strongly disagree or agree. I understand it can be looked at multiple ways. Circle the score. After you've done all 24, add up the first 12. And then add up all 24. Once again, where it says leader by example, put your score. Then where it says leader, vocal leader, put your score. Then you can put your pencils down. Three minutes. Two minutes. Somebody cheating up there. That goes to scared turn the text. Turn your sheets over. Show of hands, who is still working? You guys got your slides.
Hey, as people are finishing up on this, last speaker, Coach Clarke. Brian's from Chicago, as you already figured out. He, multi-sport athlete in Chicago area, went to Butler on a baseball scholarship, coached high school baseball. He was at Pike High School as a baseball coach, as strength coach. He was at Warren Central. About 10 years ago, he went over to Noblesville where I met him. To be honest with you, I'm surprised he's still in high school ranks. He's that good at what he does, so I'm surprised he hasn't gone to a higher level yet. It's just whatever he decides he wants to do that. He likes hanging around with me because if something happens, a fight breaks out, he knows I'm protected. So, but he's been involved in the 11 state championships, more or less, close.
Yeah, 11 Blues, 4 Reds.
So he's trained athletes at a very high level. So we welcome Brian Clarke.
Before we start, I got to teach this how we acknowledge things. I want you to do it really well, so put your pencils down. I say 3 claps, I get 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. That's what we, because you can do a lot harder. Open up your hands, get her deep. Let me put it in really deep. 1, 2, 3. Big difference right there, okay? Now, before we go any further here, I want you all to thank your administration, your coaches and teachers, and presenters that are here for today. That gratitude piece is big. We're going to give them 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Next step, just as important, I think you as a clinician, eyes up. I think you as a clinician, I've been here since about 8:55 in the morning. Sitting in the corner, I was at home sick yesterday. I'm hopped up on Sudafed cold medicine, so hope you can stay with me here. I've done this many times. You got to put yourself out there. Being a clinician, especially as you get older, so you have to during the school day, it's nice. As you get older, Mr. Hall, spend time away from his family business. All your other speakers, spend time away from your family. So to give back and to always continue to learn is a big deal. So I appreciate your attention and your willingness to learn. 3 claps, 1, 2, 3. Okay, a little bit about me. It's funny that we talk about Chicago. Grew up northwest side of Chicago. Came down to Butler, played baseball. Diehard White Sox fan, Blackhawks. Cubs just their team on the north side. I wish them well here recently. It was good for the city. But got a lovely wife, Michelle, who's I say I was choked up because you're why. And I use the term win. What's important now? Your family. These coaches here that are with you, it's their family. Coach Mack, I appreciate the nice things he said. Why don't move on? I can tuck my babies in at night. My big support system, my wife. We have 3 great kids, 9, 6, and 3. And I try to be that model leader every day. So I'll gather my breath here a little bit because I'm telling you, every time you do stuff, it's for that family. In leadership, here's the guy talking to Tanner Shalom. There's 2 things that I think are important. A, you have to lead yourself. And B, that then allows you to be able to lead others. And that comes into character and integrity. We're going to throw a lot of things at you here today. Pencils are going. You can write as you feel free to. But we're going to kind of get kicking off here just a little bit before I talk more about these things. I want to give you a glimpse of what every day looks like at Noblesville High School. This is raw footage. We do not make Hollywood films. This is a clamor of getting class, after school, etc. Our athletes working together. Right there, those three words. We are together. WAT is a staple of who we are in Noblesville High School. And I want to be a staple for all of our athletes. You're using the phrase all in. There's so many different phrases you can look out there. But what do these things really mean? In order to be together, and everything you're going to hear from me today, it's probably nothing you haven't heard before. I heard some people talking about E+R=O, CPR, character, process, results, integrity, character, selflessness, all those things. You know, there's the Butler way. But are you truly together? And will you allow yourself to be together? Girls, at Noblesville High School, when I first arrived there were less than 100 athletes that took a structured class. 10 years later, we have 690 athletes in the class, and 250 are females, okay? You'd hear all these different things of why females can't lift or can lift, whatever it might be. Our girls are the leaders. Our girls are the ones that step in there and kind of been outside the box and said, bring me that challenge. What do you have, coach? And I'll tell you right now, our female athletes are better than our males. And if it wasn't for our girls soccer team, my second year at Noblesville, was before the hashtag was even invented, I looked at one of our girls, Janie Swafford, and said, WATR. I go, what's that, coach? She goes, coach, what do you mean? We are together. And it was that togetherness. And the ironic thing is, ladies, there's a movie called Mean Girls, and a Mean Girls too. So you all have your own thing. Like guys, 20 years later, you go to a reunion, you're laughing about a situation. Ladies, y'all can carry it for 20 years. But you also have the power to be such impactful leaders within your school. All right, I need you to stand up. I'm going to go into tangent for you. You've been sitting all day. This was not planned, but I'm redefining it. All right, that's a little bit there here. This is a drill I use as a finisher sometimes. Sometimes we know a training exercise. I'll stop the weight room. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. And if we don't all perform it, and every time all percentages of 100, 150 athletes training, and if one person's off, there's a reward. And you can look between the lines of reward. So I'm going to teach you real quick. And ironically, the 30 for 30 came out there not featuring Rick Flair, right? So when I say Rick Flair, what you all have to be loud. Use your diaphragm. Learned that earlier from D. So when I say Rick Flair, what noise do you make? What's he say? Rick Flair. Rick Flair. Here's the diaphragm. Do it again. 1, 2, 3. Now I got a Macho Man right there. So what's Macho Man say? Oh yeah. So when I say Ric Flair, you go. It's weak sauce. When I say Ric Flair, y'all. Macho Man. Oh yeah. Everybody try to Macho Man. Oh, that was Ric Flair. Macho Man. Oh yeah. So now, come on, get that foot stance. It's really hard. Really hard. Be a leader. Be dialed in. Your hands are fine. So I'm going to say 1 clap. Ready? Do it with me. 1 clap. 2 claps. Half clap. Now, it's not mirror. This is called mirroring. If my left hand goes up, your right hand goes up. High five. High five. Double five. 1 clap. 2 claps. Ric Flair. Man. Half clap. Yeah. Go real fast. You just got to breathe in here. Ready? Here we go. 3 claps. High five. Ric Flair. Ric Flair. Man. Half clap. 3 claps. Double clap. 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Ric Flair. Take a seat. Okay. That was my assistant who I texted him not to come because he was helping me with things back in Noblesville. Said, you probably won't get past your 4th slide today. What do you mean? And we are not even into slide 2. So I go on 10 slides. There's a lot of things you'll learn. Some things I'm not fly by because other presenters have spoken about it. This is our mission statement. It's very simple. I'm going to talk a little bit about athletic development, a small bit. It all ties into leadership. At Noblesville High School, we're going to provide our students with opportunities to become balanced, efficient movers while building body armor. Okay? You know, can you sit here and go right here, pop your hips, come straight down and straight up? Can you go streamline right here, knees together, come down, straight up? Can you do a Superman, Superwoman, and test those Achilles tendons, heel toe, boom. Now, if we had more time, I'd pull you up there and have you do it. But then on top of it, can you get a little bit of muscle? That's the premise of it. Because as we move forward, in my role, same as your classroom teachers, we are preparing and equipping you for an 8+ year athletic strength and conditioning journey. It's not just about high school, it's all your dreams and ambitions past there. More importantly, why you are here today is laying the foundation of skills, intentional and authentic skills that you can carry through your lifetime, not just the physical, mental, but the leadership skills. I can go back and every day, this is no BS, baloney stuff. When I drive into the room, I try to think about the high school experience. And the reason being is the more you get, the more the fisherman tale can be, or you forget what it was really like. And I'm very honest with our athletes. I had great grades in high school, didn't have to work very hard. Social life was easy. When I had a full head of hair, it was even better. But as a leader, I thought I was a good leader. I was a good kid. Didn't really get in trouble. Was not perfect, still made mistakes. But reflecting back, if I'm sitting here right now at your age, I'm like, whatever, guy, I got this. I got 2 different offers in Division I sports. I can go 3 sports, I want to go smaller school. 3.87 GPA, what are you going to teach me? I wasn't disrespectful, but that was the truth that was going out of here. And if I go back to that younger Brian Clarke, I wish I'd say, hey, knucklehead, listen up a little bit more. You don't have it figured out. And the people who don't front, who allow themselves to be vulnerable, and to listen like today, got here as soon as I could. I wanted to learn. Last time I was doing this a few months ago, I was at University of Cincinnati, and right here was when I was presenting, there were 3,000 people, Ohio State football, Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Kent with the Panthers, and everybody else. Sat there all day to learn. To me, the learning was the exact same way with Shenandoah, Indiana. Is that the name of the town or is it school? Town 2? I'm learning.
Middletown.
Middletown, there we go. See, I was smart. Or wherever else, we can always learn. So, leadership, no matter where you're at, takes all different forms. Now, Coach Mack, you guys have seen this a little bit, so he stole my thunder. So I put this in here twice. I'm going to come back to it towards the end. It's the reason why I was really there. So what Coach Mack told you earlier about this, continuum of success is really, really important, and he's spot on. This right here, the majority of high school athletes, you're compliant. A coach puts a calendar out there, a teacher puts a syllabus out there, it's a paint by number, check the box. You'll be there. But if they didn't do that, if they weren't there, would you really be there? Or it's really easy to hold you and your partner and weight to a high standard. You'll do you two, but the rest of the group, they don't, that's on them. But then collectively, can you get everybody to be compelled? I've seen very few cases in high school, but we'll talk a little bit later on how to tie this all together. Hopefully we can hear this. This is Dr. Abraham. It's about how lobsters grow. And the kicker is this. We can all sit here today, leave a clinic, listen to different people, watch a show, see whatever, and you get inspired. But then when it comes down to actual action of being uncomfortable, will you take that step? Will you embrace being uncomfortable, being vulnerable? And at your age, it's been had by other speakers, that's really, really, really hard. Because being cool, like Coach Coverdale was saying, is important. Fitting in is important. And the things that your coaches and parents and teachers ask you sometimes, it's kind of going against your brain. So hopefully this audio comes out pretty good. It's about 1 minute, dial in, and we'll see what happens.
There's something I want to tell you about the stress and how we have to look at stress, okay? And I think it's an important thing because many people have told me from my lectures it's the one thing they remember, okay? I was sitting in a dentist's office and looked at an article that said, how do lobsters grow? I don't care how lobsters grow. But I was interested in it. And it points out that a lobster is a soft, mushy animal that lives inside of a rigid shell. That rigid shell does not expand. Well, how can the lobster grow? Well, as the lobster grows, that shell becomes very confining. And the lobster feels itself under pressure and uncomfortable. It goes under a rock formation to protect itself from predatory fish, casts off the shell, and produces a new one. Well, eventually, that shell becomes very uncomfortable as it grows back under the rocks. And the lobster repeats this numerous times. The stimulus for the lobster to be able to grow is that it feels uncomfortable. Right? Now, if lobsters had doctors, they would never grow. Because as soon as the lobster feels uncomfortable, goes to the doctor, gets a Valium, gets a Percocet, feels fine. Never gets off its shell. So I think that we have to realize that times of stress are also times that are signals for growth. And if we use adversity properly, we can grow through adversity.
Okay, 3 class, 1, 2, 3. I wish we had more time to spend on that. But your coaches, your teachers, your parents, they are intentionally putting you in stressful environments to allow you to grow. But if you constantly make excuses or you point the finger at other people, you are stunting your own growth. The same thing goes in your own personal leadership and ability to lead others. And this is a journey. I mean, at 14 years of age, maybe some younger, at 18 in here, you're kind of in that first layer of that lobster shed and shell. And you know me, at 40, it's the same thing. They keep on going and going and going. You know, I know Coach Mack's a little bit older, obviously, but he's still growing. He's not laying it up. And that's what's impressive. And I can tell you right now, you think of mentors, I wrote this down here as a reminder. There's a TV show that's actually being picked up by Netflix that there's 12 episodes coming out. And at Noblesville, we were one. Whole day of interviews, and they actually brought up Whitty, of all people. But I mentioned 3 people. And you know all their names were said today. Coach McCullough, you know. Coach Head, Scott Head, he's on your picture down there. And then Mr. Bollington, Larry Bollington was brought up today by Coach Malone. Those 3 guys are 3 integral mentors of my life who I know are some of the best at making student athletes, coaches, teachers around them grow. So I want you to walk out. One of the things you walk around with saying, you know what? I'll take that stressful situation. When adversity hits, I will adapt and I will adjust and I will overcome. Okay? Get your mind right. I can spend a ton of time on this. You heard this earlier today from Dean. The mindset's huge. I spoke at the University of Louisville 2 years ago and walked in their facility every 10 feet. Get your mind right. Get your mind right. Get your signs, banners, you name it. Well, right away it says to me, even though I was presenting, something to learn. So I researched it more. So Dwayne Carlisle used to be at Purdue, the sports performance guy. His quote, when an athlete's mindset moves from hoping to believing to expecting great things, it often coincides with their preparation. So in the blue here, if you can read it, what are you in control of? What can you do? So the first sentence in here is even for our teachers and coaches. I know you all use Canvas. I don't know to what extent yet. But as a coach for me, and even our department, we post and communicate daily objectives. Use whiteboards, use Canvas. Use Canvas as a message. As transparent as you can be, the better the mindset is for that athlete. Because everybody learns differently. And I'll use it for the 3rd time you've heard today, millennials, right? Not a bad thing. You process differently. And that's good. Us as older people, we have to adjust and adapt with you. Cues and corrosive. Not just modeling. You all are smart. This is a good high school athletic GPA. Use our brain. So what's the example of cue and corrosive? Okay? When you squat down, if your heels come up, okay, that's corrosive. Curl your toes up. That's a cue right there. Push your elbows forward. Things like that. Mindful breathing. You heard that earlier. Critical. Critical. You know, if right now do this more, I'll do it with you. Sit up nice straight. Put your hands like this. Nice and straight. Shoulders back. Right here in your rib cage, diaphragm. Okay? I want you to push against this. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're gonna hold it in. Then I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4 to keep holding. Then you're gonna exhale. So in, hold, out. Ready? In. You should be X. Hold, out. We'll do it again, one more time, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Get in real deep. In. Right there, we're fully expanded. Great. Hold it, keep holding it. Ready? Slowly out your mouth, out. As you do these exercises, you get your mind right thinking about the process. Internal external cues. Big time with everybody. Males do it just as much as females. The I can and I can't talk. You're in control of that. Being in control of this brain is huge. It's going to allow you to do and not do things based on what you feed it. Be careful what you feed it, what you read, who you surround yourself with. You got people knocking you down, knock them out of your world. It is that easy. But you have to have the opportunity to embrace being uncomfortable. And then visualizations. Those 5 sentences I always talk about. Swimmers, wrestlers especially have an advantage because you can really, there's scents that kind of go with it. You get those baseball, softball gloves out, there's senses that go with it. I know Coach Mack would always say the popcorn would be something there. He gets a bag of M&Ms for his kids. centuries go with it, gets his mind right. All right, this right here, discipline equals freedom. It's about a minute video from Eric Thomas. Some of you guys know who he is, urban guru. But discipline equals freedom. Everybody know where that quote comes from? Jocko Willink. Everybody know who Jocko is? One of the most bad dudes on the planet. Marine. Look him up, okay? I was fortunate to be able to FaceTime him with our class last year. But think about your day and hours how you spend.
If you only have 24 hours in a day, your success is dependent upon how you use the 24. You gotta hear me. People talk about Oprah Winfrey, Ted Turner, Warren Buffett. Listen to me. I don't care how much money you make. You only get 24 hours in a day. And the difference between Oprah and the person that's broke is Oprah uses her 24 hours wisely. That's it. Listen to me. That's it. You get 24. I don't care if you broke, you grew up broke. I don't care if you grew up rich. I don't care if you're in college, you're not in college. You only get 24 hours. And I blew up literally. I went from being a high school dropout to selling 6,000 books in less than 6 months. What happened? My 24 hours. I was like, okay, Eric, you got to get a grip on your 24 hours because you're about to be broke for the rest of your life. And that's all I need you to do for me. I can tell you all about your life. If you just write down your 24-hour schedule for me, you let me look at it, I can tell you where you're going to be in 5 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 10 years. I can tell you where you're going to be in 20 years if you keep that schedule.
For class, 1, 2, 3. How use your time. See, what's interesting, true perspective. Mr. Hall talked about being from a school just like Shenandoah, and then going to South End and Chicago. No baloney stuff. I'm driving in this morning. Now feeling real well, the sun's coming down. Got some good church music going, get my mind right here a little bit. And I started filling my head with the right thoughts about how blessed my life is, because here I'm a Chicago guy, and I'm living in the movie Hoosiers. Get invited by a Hall of Fame coach to a phenomenal place rich in history. And how, you know what? I spent my time wisely. And I'm still not even done. And that's how I want you all to think. Where do you want to be? What do you want to do? You got to lead yourself to be the right exemplar leader, to maybe be a vocal leader, because we're all going to be different ones. That's why you kind of took that quiz. We're going to start tying into that real quick, so then we're getting towards the end of the day. But you're in control of so many more things than you give yourself credit for, because everybody says to you, where are you going? And your parents, what'd you do? Nothing. Where are you going? I don't know. How's your day? Fine. I get why you do that. But you got to be home this time, so you feel like you're handcuffed. You're really not. So what type of leader are you? So we're going to kind of go through these things pretty quick. So I'm going to tie some things together. For example, can you all give me, let's do this quick. Leading by example. We told this earlier, it's not what you say, but what you do. Coach Coverdale hit on that really, really well today. Really well. So just give me a shout out. Use your diaphragm. Leading by example. What is commitment? Give me a couple quick hitters. From you all. You let people talk all day. You talk. On time. Beautiful. Confidence. Lead by example. How do they show confidence? Maybe taking 300 extra shots at the end of practice. Coach Cardinal talked about that. A good one? Okay. Composure. Beautiful. Character. Integrity. Good. I'll give you my quick example of character. I said for years, and it's kind of a generic one. It's who you are, what you do, and no one's watching, which I think is integrity. Here's the other two things that you're completely controlled. Character can be broken down into 2 direct intentional skills. Performance and moral skills. In a moment, we're going to define those a little bit. Okay, grade yourself. And now the one emoji, or whatever you want to call it, I couldn't find was this one. All right, I found one with the middle finger, which I think was appropriate for today. So what I want you to do right now in your head is here, here, here. Typically, I have you shut your eyes, put your arms up, so your coaches can see, but I won't do that to you for time. So in your brain, in terms of being commitment, how self-motivated or self-disciplined are you? And now do this. Watch me. Oh yeah, I'm here. Or right in here. I do this with my 9 and 6-year-old. It works. It'll work. Were you really honest today? Did you share your toys? So do this right now in your head. Everybody's doing this, okay? So number 1 there, how self-motivated, self-disciplined you are. Because if you're at the top here, you're a stud or studette. Because there's 2 types of motivation in the world. There's internal, which is this, and then there's fear. And like Coach Coverdale talked about earlier, he was fearful that there would be a consequence if he took 1 play off. Are you one of the hardest workers on your team? Now I'll tell you this, if the Lord above blessed you with the most talent, if you want any chance of being successful, a good culture, which to me has 2 ingredients, which are expectations and tolerance, that better be you. If not, it's not going to work. You care passionately about the team's success. Even you're a pitcher. This to me, I go out there, my first college started against Xavier. I've never given up a home run in my entire career. Now when they give up a home run against their 5-hole hitter, I think it was, sorry, it was a 7-hole hitter. It hit my father's Mustang in right field at Public University. Lost my composure a little bit, okay? But I'm sorry, now I lose my composure. I was so worried about me, I didn't care that we came back and won the game. How competitive are you? You like to compete. And that's why I tried getting with my little one. You have an opportunity to compete today. Do you compete? Where are you at on that scale? Now grade yourself in confidence. Do you believe in yourself in and out of the classroom, on the court, off the court, math field, pool, you name it. How do you gain confidence? By continually practicing. There's a response and a corrective for everything that there is. You know, you're a guy. I'm afraid to ask her out. Let me tell you something. If you don't, the answer's no, bro. You do, she tells you no. Guess what? You're in the same spot. You suck it up, do it again. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. Right? And you guys bet, Mrs. McCullough, there is no way that guy will not ask you 10 times. There's no way. We know. Three claps, 1, 2, 3. Clear. Going back again, do you want to be the girl or guy in that pressure situation? Now grade yourself. Now be honest here. Mentally, emotionally resilient, following mistakes. These are hard things that adults can't do. Let me tell you, I'm going to give your teachers administrative shout out. I'm getting in it now. I'm not there yet. 9, 6, and 3-year-old. It is so hard. My mornings are a war zone to get out of the door. It needs to not be that way. By the time I get into school and I feel like Santa Claus at the mall with 115 students for each class, there's a line of this note, this note, this problem. If I don't leave the personal stuff behind me, which is really hard, because I got emotional with my wit, my passion, my why, the family stuff. How can I be there for my next team? How can I be the leader for my next team if I can't find ways to compartmentalize my life? You see what I'm saying? It's a really hard skill that you just need to work on in life. All right, keep moving here. Composure. You keep your emotions in check. You got real close to my hands. You see some scars. 1996, Hoffman State's High School. Got pulled out of a game. Bunch of errors. There were I think 16 or 17 scouts there after I came out of a cast. I put my fist through the dugout. Not real smart. The funny thing about that year, in basketball, when I blew up my ankle, I was named teammate of the year. That's a whole other clip. But in that one moment, my life came together and I exploded. Fortunately for me, the adults that were there, other people were able to explain away maybe the why of why I did it. But you know what? I got lucky. And you control negative emotions. Very hard for all of us. Coach Mack knows this. I have a very small circle of people I vent to, and I get it out, and then I move forward. Have that. Don't bear it all. As a leader, you have to have people you can go to, have confidence with, talk to them about, and then roll. Character. Thumb up, thumb down. You do the right thing. Responsible, accountable, reliable. Honest, trustworthy with teachers, coaches, teammates. You treat people with respect, and then intentional performance, moral skills. I'm going to give you a list of some adjectives here in a minute. I want you to look at. And all these things here, this will be on canvas for you all later on. Now, watching your body language, I get towards the end, you're watching the clock, I am too. These right here are not just words. These are things that be in the front of your mind in all situations. And when you wake up, if you don't think about it, when adversity hits, when that emotional situation hits, which goes into the E plus R equals O, the event plus your response, which is right here, is going to equal the outcome. Here's one for you. You pick your nose. Right? You voted. Outcome disgusting. You have a choice. Pick your nose. Get rid of it, wash your hands, outcome, okay, you saved yourself. Right? Vocal leader. These share the exact same attributes as your exemplary leader. Now, stay with me here, baby. Except now you're the encourager. What's an encourager? From you all, give me an encourager. What is it? What's that? Motivate. Beautiful. What's the enforcer? Say it louder.
Make sure things get done.
Great job. 3 class. 1, 2, 3. All right. Now the encourager, you've heard this a little bit. You got to shoot paper there, serving. I first texted Coach Mack this week. I said, "We're telling us serving propel duties." Every day at my course, 12 places we talk. Will you be serving? Here's an example. Put the needs of the team above their own. Want to do the grunt work? Yeah, I got a book for you to check out. Why Leaders Eat Last. Write that one down. Why Leaders Eat Last. Take younger athletes under their wing. Our baseball coach at Noblesville reminds me a lot of Coach McCullough, but he makes sure his seniors are always doing things. Also to the point last year that he said to me, he goes, Coach Clarke, our seniors are doing so many things that our freshmen may not know how to do them. We'd rather have that problem. And then listen and support teammates. You've heard that. Listening, communication, not just talking. Listen. Confidence builder, builds a team, builds a confidence in teammates. How do we do that? They understand each teammate. How do you understand each teammate? Coach Cardell said earlier, invite everybody to be with you. Make it togetherness. Take the mean girl stuff out. Take the clicky things out. Get to know each other. Shoot them a text. Take care of one another. Reach out to struggling teammates. Huge. You have to get out of you. That's really tough because your life is you. How was school? What'd you eat? Where are you going? You. Very rarely do parents or guardians say, how did you serve others today? It's true, right? Stay with me. I know it's a long day and these lights aren't helping. The refocus or the team building, I want to skip past those. You'll have in your presentation. Grade yourself here. Do you have the courage to confront? In your head, come up, side, and bottom. Hold self and teammates accountable to high standards and be demanding of them. Can you actually do that? That goes back to, I'm telling you, it's the Rudy movie. If you're not the best player, it's really, really hard. You hear it all the time, we can take the heart of this cat right here, put it in this cat right here, we're like, oh my God. Everybody can say that. Constructively constructs undisciplined teammates, that's a tough one. Constructively. And handles conflict in a firm, fair, direct, and consistent manner. Now, for some of you, this is flat over your head. Guess what the good news is? That means you have a lot to learn. So walk out of here with the willingness to keep learning. Man, it drops a lot of knowledge bombs on us today. I have no idea what they're talking about. Good. So let's keep learning. Be uncomfortable. And to be a leader, must be a little AR. You know what AR means? Ain't right. You got to be a little ain't right every once in a while. To wake up every day and do the things right, you got to be a little ain't right. And what's Ric Flair say? Self-assessment quiz. Here we go. 12 through 44. Now don't walk out of like, how was your day? It was really good until this dude from Noblesville showed up and I realized I'm not a leader by example or a vocal leader. Don't hang. This is just a quiz. So if you scored a 12 to 44, on the back side of that page, it offers some more information for you. It says that you're not a leader by example. 45 to 52, you're a solid leader by example. If my guess is the majority of hands in here, you'd grade yourself out. And then spectacular leader by example, 360. The vocal leader. You can see your scores there again, so you can reflect on that on your own. I could give you numerous stories of people who've made it big time. NFL, MLB, the cats I've trained over the years, that were not vocal leaders. But it was their examples that they set all the time. But what's interesting, for example, Jeff T, you don't know who he is, one of my cats at fight. He wasn't a great physical leader or anything like that. Matter of fact, I took a picture of an old Polaroid camera and sent to his dad when he wasn't doing it. But when he got to Wake Forest, he flipped it. Now, he's fantastic. But in high school, he just did him. He was a leader by example. No words came out of his mouth. So you get into here, and I know I'm down about 2 minutes here. What this says again, this losing. I don't believe anybody in here right now is resistant. You wouldn't be sitting. Here's what I do believe. Unintentionally, many of us become reluctant. And we become reluctant when all of a sudden it becomes something we're not certain about. It becomes an area that we might be uncomfortable in. So you have your mind, I'm going to listen to the coach 7-2. Then all of a sudden they tell me, like, I'm left-handed. Say I'm 9 years old. I got to dribble with my right hand. Whoa. Uh-oh, we got a problem.
Good afternoon. A couple quick announcements.
So can you take yourself and be able to own those uncomfortable things and not be reluctant? Servant leadership. We're not going to grade ourselves out of this right here. I'm almost done. These performance and moral skills. Hardworking, competitive, positive, focused, accountable, unselfish, honest. Stay right there. Hold on. Backing up. You have to be able to look at these every day and grade yourselves out. This is how you sharpen the tools in your toolbox. If you don't do this, when you're in it, whatever it is with adversity, your chances of success are very low. And if you have this in here, if you are appreciative, you are humble when you're in it, your chance of success are very high. And then after that loss, you and your team as leaders come together. Togetherness is huge. This is 30 seconds. Think about you as your team. If we have leaders that are leading others, We have voices lifting others, and you're coming together. Three claps, 1, 2, 3. It's not right there, so it's one thing, but the reality is this: if you work together and you trust in one another, good things happen. All day today, because the internet wasn't very good, I was trying to find a picture that Mrs. McCullough shared before with Coach Mack. He had hair. This would be my final slide, but it wouldn't load up. I'm sure I sent it to all on Twitter. All right, it looked good, back about 78 or something like that. Thank you all very much. Get out there and be you. We are together.